Okay, now we're going to go through the filter pull down using the same example that we used in the reference pull down. We're referencing by big name. I've gotten the Rhino attributes, so we'll just go down the list and do filter by color. So these are the colors being used. So here's the geometry we want to filter, and then you could select a color, but the easiest way to do this would be either just to do a list item, get the particular color that you want, and reference. Obviously, a little better way to do this would be to create our set like we did previously. I really like the human item selector component, so it's available from human, where you can give a list and it's going to give you the ability to either pull down or cycle through your elements. So that filtered our geometry by color. I don't think there's any options. Oh. So once again, we can kind of do the same thing with the layer, our geometry. This one will actually populate a value list since it has our brackets, giving us a list of all the layers. Turn the preview off on that. This will also take some wild cards. So if I do a my layer asterisk, we can get everything in that particular layer. What are some of the other things? This one has some options. Only visible option objects, only reference objects as well. If you have two layers, it's going to branch it like that. Next one is filter by name. Same situation as before. Grab in our geometry, get our name. Options are none. Filter by type. You know everything in here is a vrep. This is really critical if you're getting really sloppy information where people have put curves that were on this layer as well. Then you had a definition that required a vrep. You're going to have a lot of issues. A lot of components will fail if they get the curve, so you don't want that in your oh, that doesn't have a big name. So if we were referencing by layer, list, layer 2. Now we can reference here. So this one is going to leave a null object, which we can't get rid of without using Elefront's clean parallel component, and set that to remove the empty branches if you wanted. Some definitions would require that null to still be in there. And last but not least, filter by user attributes. So these are the inputs. So we can add our value list, my keys, once again, populating here, getting our vrep. One thing to note on here is you could chain these together, but then you start getting into some complexities in the branching, so you could develop your own branch. So if we did our checklist, and then filtered by the one, you'll notice if we simplify our branches, you're going to have nothing in the other one. Not a bad thing, but do note that this will you can create your own branches this way. We had 1, 2, and 3. Then we wanted to sort by 1 and 2. You could see how the branching is a little funny, so I wouldn't recommend getting too deep. I like just to keep it 1 deep. And there's other ways to filter, so this would be better if it was a flattened list and you'd have 0 and 1. So there's a quick review of our filters.